a great day here out on the lake. We've had some good snow over the last few days, a little bit of fog today. But one of the things I really like about snowshoeing is you don't need a determined path. But it's also the part that makes it a little tricky. Here, there's been some traffic, so we've been able to follow in the footsteps of some people that have gone before. But if you're the first one out, you don't know. It's also the kind of tricky part about snowshoeing, because the environment, although a lot of this stuff stays the same, is always changing. There's different people out here doing different activities with different purposes. But part of the thing about that is it means you always have to be attentive and discerning what's going on around you.
The environment in which we live and form faith has changed. The Christian church in North America is being disrupted. It is unraveling from societal norms, values, and practices. This unfamiliar territory is what Douglas John Hall calls the disestablishment of Christianity. Christianity in the West and in many other parts of the world has been enmeshed within national and political systems. Intertwined with the dominant culture, the church has grown accustomed to a privileged place in society and to operating in concert with established powers. While the Protestant church has the potential for disestablishment expression of Christianity, most Protestant churches expect society to support faith and its formation. If this church is going to accompany people in discovering a Christian way of life, it must embrace the unraveling of the church from dominant culture and find a way to engage today's dynamic environment. Discovering a Christian way of life in dynamic environments requires more than setting the direction and getting oriented. It also requires discerning the trail. For the church to discern the trail, it must be clear about its identity and reimagine its relationship with the world. The Christian church's identity stems from a peculiar set of events: the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. In Jesus, God saved the world from within it, not outside it. As people who live post-resurrection, the cross is more than a one-time event. It is an invitation into an alternative tradition, gospel, and lifestyle. The cross provides the church its identity. The cross also defines the church's relationship with the world. God loves the world, and Jesus came and lived among us, knowing that the world is filled with love and joy and mercy, as well as injustice, hate, and sin. Filled with compassion, God came and suffered with us. Compassion is the highest possible degree of identity with another. This, according to Martin Luther, is the essence of God. God meets us not outside the world, but within it, in our relationships and everyday encounters. Moved by God's compassion, the church lives in solidarity with the world by following the crucified God into the heart of the world's darkness. Embracing God's expansive love, the church sees all people and places as God's, even the seemingly God-forsaken ones. Living between the cross and God's promised future, the church participates in the unfolding of God's kingdom on earth by accompanying people and living in solidarity with the world. Faith provides meaning and gives us courage to face the world's brokenness and enter deeply into the lives of others. Douglas John Hall says, "The whole purpose of faith is to free us for life and to illumine the meaning of what occurs to us." Being present and accompanying others in good and bad times manifests God's love in the world. Discerning what is God up to and where can we join allows faith to become a plumb line for everyday living. As we encounter cancer diagnosis, miscarriages, or mass shootings, we let faith guide our action and provide meaning. As we celebrate wedding anniversaries, sobriety milestones, and adopting children, we remember faith frees us to live abundantly with others. God's creative and redemptive love is revealed in life and death, hope and despair, joy and sorrow. Our faith comes alive as we discover the lifestyle offered by the cross within the particularities of our circumstances and responsibilities. It is the messiness of the world, which is not yet as God intends, and our current realities that keep faith from being abstract. The particularities of our lives remind us of the relational nature of faith and the complexities of our world. As the church names the peculiar nature of faith and engages the particularities of people's lives, it accompanies people in discovering a Christian way of life and discerning the trail forward.